Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to Baku, the Azerbaijan GP. Let's go. We're in here for round 5 that we've got going on in Season 3 of the NABS. It is time to keep on pushing right here. We've got some familiar faces in this race, and we're about to see them put down some pace and see what they've got going on. We're just getting started, and quali is 7 minutes down, guys. So we're going to go take a look at how the drivers are doing. But, man, since last race, since Suzuka, we saw some wild movement on that race. Even, fighting P1 and P2 with Bot and Dakota near the end, okay? Very close battles. Joe Milan had a good battle last week as well. There were some epic runs. But now, can we find another epic time here? We've done this race in Season 2, and now we're bringing it back to Season 3. Can we do it? Can it be done? We'll have to find out here on Right Now on the NABS Season 3 as we get on and involved with Alex here. This is the first car we're taking out of the day in the HRT as he gets going for a clean sweeping lap. Will it be the HRT cars making some points this week? Will it be that? Let's go through the cars and the drivers and let's see who are the fan favorites. We got a lot of fan favorites here from our very own Mr. Pigeons, who's gotten an immense run, guys. In round 3, got P10 on his first race out here at the NABS. Was able to improve on that and go P5 and get a Galaxy Driver of the Day last week. So let's get on board here with Mr. Pigeons and see how he's got on. Actually, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Let's go through the list right here. And Joe Milan getting the fastest lap. Holy moly. All right, who else we got? We got Shymek in here in the Red Bull, ready to send it. Manri Thespades is back involved, so Ferrari is firing on all cylinders. I think TJ09 is going to be our safety car of the day, so we'll have to see what that safety car is looking like. As we have Mr. Pigeons. Again, I went through it twice. All right, 13 bot. I didn't think he was going to race, but he's here. And we have Renault on Renault action as Dras, his teammate, is right in front of him. Will they be able... Or actually, wait, Dras was behind him. Never mind. I misread the names at that moment. Will they be able to work on a team level and use this to try and get some kind of strategy? It's incredible what these two Renaults are going to be doing this race, and it's 13 bot and Dras, guys, in those cars. And it looks so cool. Oh, the team orders have come through. Dras gets on with the quick lap. That's so funny, man. They're making it look too realistic, man, with the team play. It's actually sim racing right now as we see Joe Milan is going to be getting out another lap shortly right here. Has our fastest lap right now with that 144.3. Cheese just hanging on. Monkey also right now in the top 3, but who will be able to get it? We saw Alex before, but will it be Dakota as he's flying through? I switched to Dakota and the man was on 2 wheels. He's doing some crazy stuff in quali and in practice right here. He's definitely making some moves out. And speaking of making some moves, we got Spider Monkey out here in the Force India making the sexiest of moves. He's just making it look too easy right there. He drives on a controller on these F1 cars. Guys, that's something in itself. That's a whole challenge in itself. Oh my goodness, as Michael hits the same wall as he did before. And guys, we're going to have a few of those moments. Maybe they're going to trigger the safety car. We're going to have to find out. SVR Fishman is in this one, and he's going to be fishing for a good time out here at the qualifying, as I usually do say, as we got a new one here, Cedric Nakashima. It seems like the Phil McCrack on the attack. He switched up his name and forgot to switch it back to Phil McCrack, and it's Cedric Nakashima in the Mercedes. Okay. All right. We got Dras. We saw him before. Armin is getting out here, flying fast. We've got Cheese involved at P2 right now in the Caterham, looking very quick, but he's right behind the 2 Renaults that are doing a bit of strategy right here as we're finding out. And Bot has to move over, so it's up to them. And Cheese ends up hitting the wall because of all the traffic in front. So many distractions and these 90-degree corners. Not easy, man. Not easy. All right, back to editing, Eduardo. Good luck editing. We'll have to see the track guide this afternoon or this evening or whatever it is. I think it should be a good one. We'll see Pascani, the drifting lap, man. I can't wait for it. Catch you later, Eduardo. Now, guys, let's finish up our stretch here. We got Ryan Hawk up here in the NABS reserve livery car. And if you guys want to become a driver here and join in on the action, ! NABS in the chat, NABS, which stands for no ABS. Yes, that's the reason why it's called the NABS. And it is because we have no ABS on these cars, and you can get some lockups. Luckily, damage is disabled, so you can't square off the tires like we were doing in the TCR. And there is no damage, so when you survive, when you die, you still survive. That's the best part right there. As long as we get some drifting from Good Dough, all right? So that's good to see. And Andy Park going side by side with the drifter right there as he now gets into the wall. Good Dough couldn't keep it up. And Andy's trying to get a lap through. Let's see if it'll be enough. Some people only had 30 minutes of practice. Will it be enough to be able to get up into the top 10 and get some points? Because as you guys know, top 10 is where the points will be found. You see some of the cars from the other way around here. It's kind of a two-way street going on here. This is a street circuit through and through. You can tell it from the way that it looks 100%. And let's see here. We got Stockholm Syndrome and a few others, but seems like it's broken as if they're not in the session anymore. Kind of seems like it's a little broken. Let me see. Can I find these guys? Are they in the... okay, so we got one in the safety car. And no, he's out here driving. Okay, it was just a problem with whatever was going on there. Dude, what are they doing with team play right here? Dras and 13 Ball are getting out again for a fresh run. It seems like they're going for a whole thing where if it's such a long straight, right? The back half of this track is such a long straight that if they can make team play by running slipstreams, that'll give them a couple tenths of time over the competition for sure. If it's going to be enough, I wonder. I really do wonder. But let's see. Let's get on the lap with Joe Milan and catch him here and see how he's racing. He's about to get through with this lap. It might be the fastest lap. Dakota right now has the fastest lap at a 143.6. Will Joe Milan be able to get 2 tenths of time to get back this delta right here? And it seems like he didn't. Okay, it seems like he didn't run a clean lap. And Dakota's running even faster. But let's see how Joe gets on. And we'll just catch this whole lap right here. As you see, the 90-degree corners, the walls, guys. Very tight track. Yeah, bump drafting's not good for the wings. Luckily, there's no damage on, but bump drafting's actually not allowed on this on the server. Yeah, bump drafting's part of the rules that you're not allowed to bump draft. As Joe's hitting the wall, man, it just feels like on every time he was over carrying speed, getting in. But hey, Ricky is going to be joining us as well as Jacob Ordonez. I haven't seen Jacob in a minute, but Jacob's driving in the Virgin car right here. Okay. All right, we see you. We see you. So many cars here at qualifying. Will Spider Monkey be able to do this with all the traffic? He's got a slipstream, but I think this is his last lap right here. As quali is over, he gets his lap time in. He's P5 right now and goes for the wall move because it doesn't matter anyways, right? P5 is going to be a good start for him. I don't think Joe Milan will be able to catch up based on the lap that I saw. So we're just going to have to see. PAR. Where's this driver? Andy Park. Oh, yeah, that's right. PAR. Park. Let's go, man. Andy's showing up here in the NABS reserve car and getting a P3 in the quali right now is absolutely insane as he loses the car a bit but catches it. Wow, that is absolutely fantastic. He definitely caught that car. And Dakota, fastest lap, goes 143.633. Will it be quick enough to hold Joe Milan back here? It was. Andy Park ends up spinning out on his last lap right there. Onion is out on the track. I think everyone's pretty much done their lap. It might just be Onion here. He might be one of the last ones. It does seem like that would be the case as we catch the McLaren running through the last corner and on the straight. He's getting by. What will it be for the Onion? He's going straight to the pits. Okay, I guess that wasn't it. I guess people are going with realism and they're trying to get around the track and go back into the pits as if it's like real, dude. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's happening. Oh, dude, you're getting blocked like crazy. I guess that's why we have the Renaults doing the team play here on the setup. The fact that they've been just driving together looks really, really cool. I'll just say that. The fact that they've been back to back and driving together makes it feel like more of a team sport. It makes it feel more involved. As we see, guys, it's a huge battle between the Renaults right now and the Caterhams, it's big. Dakota, like I have 2 leaderboards right here. Dakota's in P1, Cheese is in P3, so Caterham's doing good. And Dras and 13bot have claimed a top 10 spot for both of them at least. So very good. Bolem stopped on the castle section. Dude, I hope that doesn't happen in the race. I hope that doesn't happen in the race. That's all I got to say right here. As we're getting on in, we're going to have a short wait time before we get to the drivers. We will be catching them. And this is one of the old ones that I did here. This track broadcast view where we see the different elements of the track, the tight corners that we got here at Baku. It is no joke that when you're going side by side, it might be a little dicey, and we might see some moves off that T1 at Baku. Like maybe we'll have a Red Bull moment. Maybe we'll have a bit of a Daniel Ricciardo Verstappen moment out here. Okay, on the braking zone, we will have to see, because I mean, a huge long straight into 90-degree turn, very, very tricky. All right, even on these cars, I would say on any car, truly. And let's see what we can find as we're getting into the race. We're about to get the cars out onto the grid, okay, and get all the cars gridded up and get ready to go for a 33-lap race. And there's a pit window. Okay, we have a pit window thing now. That's very cool. Okay, it's 34 laps apparently, guys. I thought it was 33, but it's 34. Good to know, good to know. And let's get out here. Cars are getting on the grid now. And we're going to be going to look through each of the drivers. Man, this would be such a good time to talk about the standings of the race. I'm going to take this as a mental note. Next time, we're going to probably do this in the standings. Huzzah. Dude, Spider Monkey just said sorry to Onion in advance because he's starting behind him. We got Dakota, then Joe Milan, then Cheese, then 13bot, Andy Park, Onion, Spider Monkey, Armin, Mr. Pigeons, and Dras up in the top 10. For some reason, the server, guys, is kind of stuck. So we're on this view for a little bit. We're stuck at 0-0, and it hasn't gone on to the race yet. So we're just going to schmooze a little bit here until we can actually get in and get the cars gridded up. I thought they were going to be gridded up now. Seems like we have some technical difficulties on the server. We're going to see if we can get the next session going. And hopefully it doesn't make any restarts happen here, because that would be devastating. You could have got top 4. I see it. Dude, you're only 0.6 away. Like, 0.6 is crazy. Okay, there we go. The cars are on the grid. Oh my goodness. Everyone's got real penalty. Everyone's got it set up. It's so good to see when everyone's got the right setup here. Boom. As we get on out. Why do I have a radar here? Wait, did they force radar on with real penalty? They did it? They actually did it. They forced radar on. That's incredible. I mean, I've never seen it come on for me, but maybe that's a thing. I hope they did. That would be awesome. Now, anyways, guys, let's get into it, and we're going to see the drivers at the start of this race and go through the grid and get a view on it. Let's go. In this race right here on the wrong layout. In this race right here, we got Dakota in P1, the Caterham, the driver that we've been that's been the champion of our previous season. So we've had our eye on Dakota. We've had a few interviews with him. Maybe we'll find him in the interview box today again. It is a possibility. Now I'm going to move this over right here and move that back into place. And Joe Milan is going to be our next one up in P2. All the numbers are kind of weird. See how he's in P2, but then Cheese says he's 12th. So, hey, we're going to have to go down the list on each one. Cheese is going to be starting up P3. So, Caterham's both in a podium position to start off this race. Very interesting indeed. We'll see what they do with that. In the Renault, we have 13bot set up and ready to go and ready to get a race win potentially here. Him starting in P4 is absolutely crazy. Usually he'll start at the back and still be competitive, but the competition has been getting higher and higher, so it's been more difficult for him to make those moves. Let's see, behind him we have Andy Park in the reserve livery, which is crazy for a driver getting out here. Hasn't driven the car too much, and he still gets in a quick one as Phil McCrack's telling me to drink some water while I'm doing the intros. I mean, definitely thank you. I need the water. As we got Onion in the McLaren. Let's go as he's wiggling his wheels. Definitely need that. We got Spider Monkey out here as well, right behind. I'm not joking, you are. Spider Monkey's getting ready to go in the Force India. He's looking fantastic. And we got Armin in the Red Bull. Yo, Armin came in the chat earlier, said, guys, he was going to look for the podium for the race that he didn't complete in the first season, where he almost got the podium at Baku. He's going to do it this time. He's going to do it this time. I know it. I feel it. He'll have the pace. Guys, behind him, we got Mr. Pigeons, a fan favorite out here. He's riding in the Arrows now. He's no longer in a reserve livery. He's got his own setup. Okay, he's got his own car. He's feeling comfortable, and we'll see how Mr. Pigeons gets on in this race right here. Right behind him, we've got Drass in the Renault. So the Renault's been moving with the team play. It didn't seem like they worked on it enough because they weren't that close. But in the race, we'll definitely see where they'll get to. And I think they're going to be pushing. Drass has usually got very unlucky, but we'll wish the best for him on this race here, as we're going to go find Alex here right behind Drass. Alex getting on ready with the HRT, sending it in. And behind Alex, we've got Manry Thespades. Thespades here in the Ferrari. Didn't see him last race, but I'm sure this race here, round 5 at Baku, is going to be one to remember. We might have a couple safety cars, guys. I think we're going to have like 3 safety cars. I would say maybe 4 even. I'm being, usually we get 1 or 2. This track, though, I don't know. We'll have to find out. And let's go to the next one. We got Nigo. I have to find his name in here. Yes, let's go. Nigel's going to get involved and ready. Behind him, we've got Michael Sedlecki, looking very good. He's got the, is it Mercedes? It's definitely looks like one. Now, behind him, we got SVR Fishman, who's fishing for the points here, fishing for the wins, fishing for the push. Let's see him push. SVR getting on in. Let's get through. We got 1 minute left to go and a couple more cars. We have Laluch in here. Then we've got Stockholm Syndrome in the NABS livery. We got Jacob Ordonez getting back out here. Ordonez right here. Then we got Ryan Hawk and Gooddoe. So we got some new drivers here. Haven't seen Gooddoe before, but Gooddoe's going to be showing up for it. Got Cedric Nakashima, okay, which we really know is Phil McCrack. He's got an alias. He's got a change of name right here. The next ones we've got is Sammy, who's joined. I didn't see him get a quali. We've got TJ09 in here as well. And our safety car driver, which I think is probably, is it Estenba? Is it someone? I don't know. But now, guys, as we get to it, we're about to start this race off. Get to Dakota. Let's go. Let's see how it is. Oh my God, from here? There, that's much better. That is much better. And we're lights out and almost away we go on this one, as it's about to go out and the lights are out and away we go for round 5 of season 3 at the NABS right here, as Dakota gets a good line. But who is it on the inside right here? It seems like Onion got an amazing start as well. Cheese on the outside now. Both Caterhams are in a P1, P2 position, but it's huge carnage from the back lines, and we just got a very small amount of that. As we might hear, guys, block your ears, because we might have the virtual safety car coming on in just a moment, as Michael Sedlecki and a couple other drivers are catching back up here from the first thing. And that is it. Watch your ears. Whamp, whamp, whamp. It is that situation. We've really got to find a way to turn that sound down. And now, guys, let's go check it out in our instant replay, okay, of what happened there at the beginning of this race right here. Oh, my goodness. It was quite carnage. I mean, I told you guys it was going to happen. I told y'all it was going to happen. And it happened anyways. I told y'all it was going to happen. So let's see. Man, from this view, you see nothing. Oh, yeah, because I'm on the wrong car. Fair play. Let's see here. Gotta get the cam there. Come here. Back up. This is the best way of doing it. Of course, as the cars are in a full course yellow, probably virtual safety car right here. We're going to see what exactly happened on turn 1 in this moment. Okay, so let's get a view on it as Dakota was getting by. So we're going to go a little bit further back. As they started the race off right here, T1 looked pretty promising for the front runners. So Dakota got a sharp line in. And then right here, as we slow down, we have 3 cars on the inside line. Laluch is going on full brakes for that one, as we have a contact here. And it's Mr. Pigeons, who's going to get a huge... Oh, man, his car is getting turned upside down and around. Oh, man, in every which direction. Michael Sedlecki also completely reversed at the beginning of this race. So it's going to be a recovery race from those two. Holy moly. That was a little bit too much. And 3 cars were spun out just at the beginning of that race right there. Let's get in with our drivers here and catch back up with them. As it seems like we still have the full course yellow. Okay. So they're all still going at speed. We're all still on the full course yellow. Okay. Getting back into it, guys. No longer a live replay on this one. As I think... Are we back to it? Oh, I think they're just back racing, guys. I think that's it. I think it was full course yellow for a little bit, but they are racing right now, so there is nothing on full course yellow. No safety cars was actually called from that. And it seems like Ricky got a drive-through for speeding under the yellow flags. I wonder how that happened right there, as it seems like this lap was the one where they kind of opened up the floodgates once more, and it seems like Dakota was able to get by Cheeses in P7 from that, so it seems like you got the short end of the stick right there. But Dakota, Joe Milan, 13 Bot, Onion, Armin, and Monkey all in a row right now as they get through. Let's see. Drass got Onion, Armin, Spider Monkey, and Cheese. And wait, sorry, that was 13 Bot. Drass is here with Alex, and we got Ryan Hawk in P10. Man, so unless there's a safety car, I think Mr. Pigeons is going to be out of the running, but I think there will be one later on in this race. It has to probably be a thing. Right now, Pigeons is running in 22nd place, guys. Thespades in 21st. Stockholm Syndrome in 20th. That's crazy, okay? We got Nigo in 17th. Andy Park went to 16th from qualifying in the top 5 almost, right? Sammy as well. I mean, he was in the back. He's in 15th. But, damn. And Cedric Nakashima making some moves up the pack right here as we see Dakota. He's fine up in the front. 13 Bot getting some of the best pace right here. He had the slipstream on Joe Milan, giving him an extra place. So let's see what 13 Bot will be able to cook up with here. The pit window's open. Strategy for this race, guys, I would think most drivers will start on the soft tires, go to the hard tires, and then go to the soft tires again, do a 2-stop. Maybe we'll see a little bit of difference. Maybe the high speeds give some more tire wear. Not exactly sure. We'll have to see and kind of guess from what the drivers are doing on how their tires are. And Dakota, as long as he can maintain right here a pace away from Bot to stay up front, he'll be able to get away with no slipstream from the back line, as Bot has to defend a little bit behind. And this is exactly what happened to a race to me today, where P1 was kind of left to just do their pace. They're just running their race, practicing basically. And P2, P3, P4 are all in a deep battle of defending and attacking. And it ends up as a net win for the car ahead. Look at that, as Dakota's got a considerable gap right here. And we're about to drink some water. You guys have no idea how much I need that right now. Oh my God. I wish we had all the layouts working fine. It does seem like it breaks on Joe Milan and 13 Bot's name, as if because they have numbers in their name. Very interesting. I have to find out why my layout's breaking there, as we have Ryan Hawk, I think, had just an incident right there. As we find the Hawk man. He spun up the car just a little bit. As we go back into the battle here with Dakota and 13 Bot, we want to check out what this battle is like, as it seems like 13 Bot has fallen behind a couple places right here. Drass has found his way ahead, and it seems like 13 Bot actually crashed, because he was keeping up, and he must have hit a wall or something like that for him to have fell back here. Let's see how much further. Dakota's now 2 seconds up on the pace right here, so it's going to be up to Joe Milan to catch up. We see Dakota on by there, Joe Milan, and then we've got Onion. It might just be enough. Joe Milan getting through, and we got Onion, then Armin, then Spider Monkey, and then Cheese. What a line right here. And then we got the 2 other Renaults coming through. We got Drass, the Renault sandwich with HRT right in the middle, eh? That's kind of what we're looking for. As, wait, who's this? There's some more cars coming. It's true. There's more cars on the track right here, as we have Jacob Ordonez, Ryan Hawk, and Cedric Nakashima. Will Cedric be able to catch back up? And it's Stockholm Syndrome got a drive-through for speeding, guys. So apparently they're adding in more things here. They've added more rules. And that just might be a deciding factor into changing the pace of this race with all these extra rules. And drive-through was taken, but we'll see. We'll see. Will Joe Milan be able to catch up this gap? They've all got the soft tires. 13 Bot was catching up and keeping up with Dakota on hard tires, guys. He was going for an alternate strategy that definitely would have put himself ahead of the competition. But we'll see. Will he be able to use these hard tires now and catch up? He's already got by. So in this stretch, he's working on a battle with Alex right here. Got a nice slipstream, is able to get on by. Will Alex send the move back? It's like you get one slipstream and pass someone, and then they get your slipstream, and then they pass you. That's how crazy it is right here. And 13 Bot having to let Alex go once more, but tries for a switchback, and Alex was losing it on the rear, but 13 Bot corrected him. So what a kind and nice racer 13 Bot was right there. As we see Sammy in a fierce battle with Mr. Pigeons. Dude, Mr. Pigeons on the recovery race of a lifetime right here, but he's having to battle. This is two of our recent driver of the days going side by side, Sammy and Mr. Pigeons, as they get down into T1 here at lap 5. What will it be? Who will be the first to break, or the last to break, rather, as they go side by side? No problems there, and they continue the stretch, and Mr. Pigeons is up ahead here, but without a move from Sammy coming out, and they're both super clean with it. Mr. Pigeons gets the better line on the outside. These very tight corners are hard to make a pass, but it is doable. But the drivers have to be extremely clean to be able to make that actually happen, as he tries it again on this straight, and he hits the wall for it, and Sammy ends up, oh no, and it's also Manry Thespades who gets hit for that, and another car, and there's 3 cars stopped on the track right here. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to be a situation that might just call, watch your ears, guys, if it is going to be another safety car, but it didn't really stop anybody. But man, Mr. Pigeons got away free from that one. He's still on his recovery drive. Sammy had a bit of an issue right there trying to outbrake. And he kind of outbraked himself in a way. Truly unfortunate right there, as Ryan Hawk is going into the pits. I don't know how Ryan Hawk was ahead at that moment. Kind of confused as to how that happened. But he's going into the pits now, and he's going to get some hard tires on, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one. We weren't watching at that moment, but hey, Joe Milan's still looking to catch back up here. Dakota's got a 2-second lead right now, which is absolutely fantastic for him to be able to hold on to it. As you get Joe Milan out here, then Onion. And it looks like they're going so slow as they're in the braking zone. Spider Monkey, we got Cheese. This is giving us so much time. Then we got Drass right here. They have to go so slowly. And it feels like they are going really slow. We got Alex there, Stockholm Syndrome. So already a lot of the cars that were being lapped, even 6 laps in, we're starting to get some lapped cars, kind of based off of the carnage, kind of based off the fact that they got penalties as well. But very interesting here. And a street circuit with F1 cars definitely keeps them on their toes. Definitely keeps them on their toes. As, yeah, Mr. Pigeon's comeback will actually happen eventually. He's still on his way, guys. He's now in a little bit of a bubble. He's got really no one in front of him, no one behind him, so he's got some time. He just needs to catch up to SVR. But the crazy part is that there's gaps here of 8 seconds, 8 seconds. Like, all of these gaps combined are way too much here. Mr. Pigeons right now is 52 seconds back from the leaders, but in terms of where he's at from like the top 10, he's not that far off, and points are definitely possible still for him, but it is going to be a recovery race for him, as we see Drass getting a pass right here. He got by Cheese, no problem, so maybe Cheese made a mistake right there, because it seems like Drass went above and beyond and now has a huge gap up in P5, as we got Monkey up here, gets into P3 for the first time in this race, and Dakota's gone into the pits. Very interesting. Dakota had a drive-through? No. No way. You're lying. That's going to be so tough for him. Oy, oy. I do not recommend streaming sick, guys. I do not recommend streaming 7 hours while you're sick. I'm not going to be able to talk for the whole day after this. That's true. I'll be completely silent, which is a hard thing for me, so I'm going to try hard. As we have Spider Monkey up here in P3, man. Also, based off the fact that some drivers have gone into the pits, the pit window is open. The soft tires should last a little bit longer. So we'll see. With the penalties that went up front, will Spider Monkey be able to claim it and get a position right here and get into the podium? We'll have to hope for it as we get onto Cedric Nakashima, who's been also on quite the recovery race here. He's already got into P9, but he started from the back of the lines, and to get to P9 is pretty good. He's still got a lot to go, though, as well as Mr. Pigeon's over here, too. Similar situation for the Pigeon. Having to deal with a lot of the traffic probably is not going to be easy as well, trying to navigate some of that. But he's making it look easy as he's catching a little bit of that oversteer. Trust me, it's not easy to catch oversteer on this car. It is one of the most difficult cars, I think. I mean, it's not, this car is not the most difficult car, but this type of car, fast open wheeler F1 cars, are definitely tricky to get right, and you have to have extremely fast reaction time. As we see a pass right here from 13 Bot and Alex, as these guys have been racing before, and then they go in for it again, and 13 Bot has found it on T1 against Alex, getting him back up into P6. He's on the hard tires. He's going for a long stint, so I wouldn't be surprised if we find 13 Bot in P1 at one point for a while until his tires are going to be shot, and then he's going to get onto the soft tires, and then there we'll really see some pace when everyone's on the hard tires and 13 Bot gets on the alternate strategy. That's going to be an interesting one as we see a battle between 13 Bot and Alex here, and Alex has found his way ahead now. It's definitely a thing about having a bit more grip with those tires perhaps, but at this point of the race I think the tires are getting pretty equal in performance, so it's really down to the fact that you get a slipstream, right? The slipstream here, very powerful to be able to send a move, and the fact that the corners are so, I'd say laid out, like they're like 90-degree corners. If you really stick your bumper in and you're side by side, the guy on the outside really has to respect you, or he's just going to miss the corner completely by hitting the wall, right? So you gotta give a little bit, you gotta take a little bit, kind of thing. Joe Milan is going to be leading this race for a couple of laps right here now. And what will it be from the other drivers as we got Joe getting through? Meow. Let's go see it again from this POV. As Joe gets on through, and we got some battles right here. Onion is battling a back marker. Spider Monkey is trying to keep up with that as we have a battle between Drass and Cheese as well here. So let's go watch this battle and see what they've got going on. It seems like a pretty tight battle, too, between the Monkey and Onion. It's not super close just yet, but it is definitely getting down to that level, to that close, fine wire. I was muted. You don't watch a whole lot of F1, mainly when Mr. Pigeons makes you. Is the points top 10s? Yes, exactly. So we go with kind of like the era correct amount of points. In the past, it had been top 8, but now it's top 10, and there's a huge contact there between Cheese, Michael Sedlecki, and Manrith Cespedes, I think it was. Is Cespedes up on the track here now? He's okay. Michael Sedlecki, is he all right too? I mean, like, damn. I wouldn't have expected any of that to happen. Let's see. Cheese is still pushing. Monkey's got quite the gap, but the Caterham car is on pursuit, guys. Is trying to catch him, and will he be able to? Is the question. Will that pressure be enough? So how it works, right, with the point system though, is the points are distributed in like an uneven way to the top. So like the first one gets 25 points, the second one gets 18, and then after that it kind of like diverts more and more. Here, I can get the exact numbers here as I get the Discord. I'll get the exact numbers because sometimes I'd honestly, before the races, I'd love to get the driver standings and watch a little bit more of what that is, because I think that's always a fun part of the race. And so yeah, the point system for F1 2010 is 25 points and 18, 15, and it goes all the way down. Actually, wait, to P12. I'm wrong. I'm lying. For F1 2010, it's actually P12 that we've got. Okay, guys, false news, fake news. All right, so P12, maybe. I mean, Mr. Pigeon's already back in the points, if we're saying it that way, right? If we're going on it that way, Pigeon's already back in the points. He's battling on Madry Thespades right here. He wants it. He's right on the cusp of it. They need it. Come on. As we push, he's got the slipstream from the reserve car from Nygo right up front. Will it be enough for Mr. Pigeons to make the move and stick it with Madry Thespades just side by side? It's not enough. They're both getting a benefit from the slipstream. It seems now under braking. They're able to hold it down, and Mr. Pigeons gets ahead. Holds down his P12. Let's hope that he keeps it for a second, and it's Madry Thespades going over wide. Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I honestly feel like if you don't get a good exit on that first corner, the inside car has a bit of benefit in that they'll just be able to send it on the next one, which is what happened there. So we'll have to get back in and see what happened with that battle. But we're joining in now with the Onion and Monkey battle, the battle for P1, as Joe Milan has maybe made a mistake. I think he might have made a mistake, and Monkey's looking to maybe get up here into P1 for the NABS Season 3. First time that we have a Force India in P1. What'll it be? I'm getting goosebumps right now as we've got Spider Monkey in P1 here. Force India is a force to be reckoned with this season. And so yes, your teammate's doing pretty good today. Just saying. As he sends it side by side with Onion. Hopefully they don't lose too much time from this battling. They're both in a great position, to be honest. Both controller drivers holding it down, being able to actually maintain pace with these fast F1 cars. And Spider Monkey goes on to the defensive now, and they're side by side through this corner, but they're going to have to kind of slow down just enough. And Spider Monkey now has the outside line, but it's not enough. And Onion gets through and is just up front. But you could really tell that Dirty Air gave that oversteer to Spider Monkey just for a moment. Enough for him to just be slotted back there. But within this, if he can keep this delta for a lap or two, he will definitely be able to find a good slipstream and make the pass stick. And we're going to have to find it, guys, because Onion has been increasingly consistent here throughout the NABS Season 2 to Season 3 now. He's been one of the most consistent runners, I would say. I believe he got P5 in the season standings from last one, so he's definitely not unfamiliar with getting up into the points, and he's not unfamiliar with a battle either, as Spider Monkey and Onion are still at it right here. And it's so great to see some different runners up in the front here, especially some that we know work pretty hard to get the car under their belt, you know, like to just get their car settled down and to push. It's a great thing to see when it actually all works out, as we get a very close battle here. We're getting down into the back straight, on the main straight here, actually, as we would probably call it. And they're battling for it. Oh my goodness, the defense going back and forth, and Onion decides that it's time to go into the pits from this, guys. He says, the battling is losing us time, potentially going to go for the undercut on Spider Monkey, as 13bot gets our fastest lap of the session on hard tires. Brother, are you kidding me? Now he's in a battle with Dakota. Let's get on in with it, as Monkey is now going to try to see if he can overcut on Onion. Bot is looking for a battle with Dakota. Now Dakota has soft tires that were from the beginning of the race. Bot is on the hard tires right here, as they're going side by side. Let's get on in with the view right here. This is one of the best views, I think, to watch some of these battles sometimes, when you get right on into it and you can see how they're going. You can even see some of the detail on the slick tires right there, as the hard tires have some wear on the outside. You can kind of tell that they're getting a bit worn on the outside. As you see when he's rolling, they're inconsistent with the texture. Very cool. Very cool that these cars do that. Smooth operator through there. Will he be able to continue pushing and get Dakota in a nervous position and maybe make the pass on the straight? I think that would be the optimal opportunity. Hold on to them during the lap where you have the hard tires, where you can't really hold on nearly as much. And then on the straight where, you know, the tires don't matter and it's all about car power, there you go. And also the fact that he's on the hard tires means his alternate strategy is like getting him up front here. He hasn't pit yet. We'll have to find out what he goes for it. Is Monkey going to pit? We'll have to see here. Is he going to decide to jump into the pits, or is he going to run out for another bit of racing? And I believe it is, yes, the Monkey going into the pits. So 13bot going to go by there. Joe Milan gets on by. Dakota going into the pits because the soft tires seem to have been falling off a little bit. He gets in no problem, and Bot sending it out for a lap right here. He's now in P3. Let's see if this will get them by. Alex already did his tire switch potentially. He's on the hard tires, or would he start on those hard tires? Honestly, I don't remember on his compound, but I believe he was racing on sauce. So I think he's already done his pit stop. Got the hard tires on now. Monkey's also got the hard tires. He's 6 seconds behind. And where's Onion? So did the undercut work? No. Spider Monkey got the overcut. There it goes. So in the battle between Onion and Spider Monkey, Onion went for the early pit. Spider Monkey pit the next lap and came out right in front of Onion to be able to hold him into P6. Very nice. A very good battle there. Thespidez is going into the pits. Maybe Mr. Pigeons will be doing the same thing on his soft tires. And no, he says, I'm going out another lap right here. These tires are fine. These are fine, he says. Let's go. He's up into P11. Got some points for him. And it's great to see that. Now let's get into the battle with Dras right here. It's Dras and Dakota. He just can't help himself with battling these green cars, eh? When it comes to this, he's just like, oh, you know what? Green car, I see it. I'm gonna get involved right here. I'm gonna get involved just a little bit. And he's looking for a pass potentially here. Dras on the hard tires, Dakota on the hard tires. So the compound is very much equal. But we'll have to see what happens here on the back stretch as we start getting out. See if he catches up to the slipstream. He seems to be in the slipstream. He just has to get a smooth exit here. And I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it. He was close. Very close. I think 0.5 is pretty... He's got a bit of a slipstream, but it's... I think you got to be closer than that. He's just on the delta. And... you know, yeah, very little gain. I think it's really within 0.4 of a second on this car. Otherwise, it's like way too far out. Way too far out. We get some more battling here. Dakota's, I mean, from the drive-through that he had, he's trying to reset, trying to recover, you know, in this scenario, which hopefully he will be able to get it. And 1 second. Holy moly. I just had like a coughing fit. No worries. I knew I was just going to actually die on camera. So I was just like, you know what? We're going full mute, full camera mute. Like, I have it in me to finish this broadcast, to watch the entire race and see what happens in this race. But yeah, it's a very interesting one, to say the least. We've got we're almost halfway there. We got to get to the 17th lap to really, truly be halfway there. As we see Dras trying to hold on to this scenario, and a few more battles as we get Sammy passing SVR. Okay, so let's go take a look at Sammy getting that pass on SVR. Okay, it looks like SVR is getting a lot of passes given up right here. As what happened to the Fishman here? Does he have no fuel? He's in reverse gear. Oh my God, he missed his pit box. He missed the pit window. He wouldn't have had enough fuel, so he had to brake, reverse, and go into the pits. Oh no. Oh God. You know what? Creativity, guys. Creativity at its finest. Has a plan. Maybe forgot about it. Remembered it at the last second and said, hey, we can still do this. You know when you watch someone who misses their exit on the highway and then they make that last minute merge? It feels like that, but way more intense, because he's literally backing up with F1 cars running down at 300 kilometers per hour. So it's a little bit more than just a highway. But let's see, guys. Let's see what the rest of this race has in the bag for us, as we've got Nakashima, Mr. Cedric Nakashima in P1, and it's a big collision right here. What did we just tune ourselves into at the moment? It seemed like maybe the driver that he was trying to pass in the blue flag moment was not what he was expecting, and Cedric Nakashima was behind the pace, right? Because he's been trying to keep up most of this race. He's probably going to have to pit on this lap right here, is my guess. But Man, that hurts for his tempo because all the other drivers who have already pit are like 1 second behind. They're like 3 seconds behind. They're not very far. Spider Monkey is 2.3 seconds behind now, sitting in P2. And once Nakashima has to pit once more, which might be in this lap. Yes, it is in this lap. He does decide to pit. Sammy as well goes into the pit. And for the second time in a row in this race, we've got Spider Monkey P1. We've got Spider Monkey P1, baby. That's what we've got for the second time in this race. Force India finds themselves in the front lines right here with 7 seconds. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to keep our eyes on Bot here and keep our eyes on this Delta. If Cheese can slow him down, this is gonna be the team orders, man. Cheese has got to slow him down. The Caterhams have not been able to pull back the Renault, and that is just going to be team play going out for the 2 green cars right here as 13 Bot is sweeping it in with that line, getting on by the back markers, no problem right here, and they're getting on for the rest of their race. Now we're going to have to watch the Delta, 7.7 seconds, okay, 7.7 to Mr. Joe Milan, and Spider Monkey's out here looking to be pushing away from Joe Milan as much as he can. They're on the hard tires right now, so it won't be the same pace as before, but maybe, just enough. Just enough. As Thespades looks like we have a quick little battle right here on the main straight as Nygo and Mannery Thespades are back-to-back. The slipstream is getting engaged. 3/10 of time, 2/10 of time. Look at this. It's getting very, very close. 2/10 of time. Slowly going to turn into 1/10 right there as he's in position to make a move and goes onto the inside. Mannery Thespades is able to find it there. Well played. Well played indeed. Let's get back out into the battle here with Dakota. Where's he at? Where's he at? Well, Dakota had to slow down right here. Wait a minute. I wonder why he did that. Did he get a penalty? Was there corner cutting penalties? This makes for a very spicy situation going down the main straight here. Alex, Cedric Nakashima, and Dakota are 3 wide going into T1. All right, what will it be? Who's going to live? Dakota lives. Cedric Nakashima on the outside finds his way, battling, getting a little bit of tire action there with Alex. It seems like the car that gets the inside line for T1 also gets the inside line for T2, which is the winner line there. But then the slipstream that you get on this straight is just enough. Like, I don't know, if each driver is driving correctly, I feel like going on the inside on T1 is a good move, and staying on the inside is still fine. Actually, you know what? Even better, if on T2 you're right behind the other guy, that's the pass. But it's so much more difficult to pass on T3 than it is on T1, so I don't know. It's each their own. Racecraft has many levels. As we see Bot here, guys. He's got fresh air. He's got his own fresh air here. He's got no one 5 seconds ahead. He's got no one 4 seconds behind. Okay. He's on the soft tires, so he's got the alternate strategy versus a lot of these drivers who started with the softs are now on the hard tires, like Monkey, like Joe Milan, like Cheese, like Dakota, the other drivers in the top 5. But this will be a good run for him, hopefully, to be able to catch back up with this pace. Will Spider Monkey be able to go to the end of the race on the hards? I'm not sure what their strategy was. A short lap race definitely is inviting a one-stop, but the one-stop pace might not be good enough. It might not be good enough. It might be better just to do the regular 2-stop to get 2 sets of soft tires on, as we got 13 Bot getting the fastest lap at a 142.7. Yeah, that's right. 142.7 as Onion here in P7 is looking to catch back up to Alex. They're both on soft tires, actually, so Onion's on the softs. So have they gone soft, hard maybe? Maybe they're looking for the last stint. Imagine if the soft tires go a certain amount of laps and then you can get the hard tires on later on where you don't have to do as many laps at slow pace. Maybe that's what the strategy could be, a 2-stop with not really utilizing the hard tire stint. Not sure what a lot of these drivers are going with for their stints, but we're going to have to see at the end of the race and ask them and see what the idea was behind that. And let's get on here with Joe Milan. Man, we had a few laps here with the Force India Spider Monkey being the lead car, and Joe Milan is kind of catching up, but I still see the pace there out of Spider Monkey. He's definitely pushing, so we're gonna have to keep on and watching that. 13 bot is rearing his head there, 4 seconds on the bot to be able to catch up, but you know, step by step, right? And as long as you're in the front here, you're not thinking about what's going on behind there. You know, it's that mentality that you're not thinking about it too much. And Joe Milan gets a little bit of oversteer on the last corner, and it's a full course yellow. Full course yellow, which means a lot of the cars will go slow. Spider Monkey gets to see, will he go into the pits? Will it be a safety car? I don't know what the incident was from this. We're going to have to find out what the incident was from this. We are going to have to find out. As we get Joe Milan in the pits, Spider Monkey goes in the pits as well. He's like, let's do it. Let's get on the soft tires for the next couple laps, right? That's incredible. Will they be able to actually find it? Let me get this camera right here and see if anybody else will be getting into the pits. As we have a few more jumping into the pits here. Takota's going in. 13 bot is going in as well, I think. Yeah, 13 bot went in as well. Alex stays out. So Alex opting to stay out here. What will Dras do? It seems like Dras is also staying out. Dras is on what tires? He's on the hard tires. Very interesting decision right there from Dras. I think Monkey knew. I think Monkey knew at this point that if there was a safety car and he didn't pit, and he had the perfect timing to do so because he was right there on the main straight when the full course got called. Right here, if they do a couple laps under safety car conditions, it should save the tires, and he should be able to do 14 laps. No problem on these soft tires, I'm hoping. That would be absolutely fantastic coming in from the Spider Monkey, but we're hoping. We're hoping here. We're being biased. Absolutely. Absolutely. As you see here, the safety car, the McLaren safety car today. Usually we have the Porsche, the NABS livery Porsche, but I think there's, for low spec, there's too much polygons. They've updated the car, but maybe there's some issues with it. So the best thing for everybody in terms of getting on the race was just to give the McLaren the safety car title, and we send it in from there. Nothing too crazy, you know, nothing too crazy. This is the view I like the most. The rear view where we can see the F1 cars behind the McLaren. Hold on, I had something I wanted to do here last time. I had something I felt like was needed. Okay, let's get into the replay. I don't even know who caused that incident. So I don't even know who to look for in the replay. So I might not go to a replay because I'm just going to be like looking around for forever. But we're going to have to assume that it was something kind of nasty because we had a few. Yep. Sorry for everyone's ears. We're going to try and figure out how to take that off next time. I swear I'm going to go. I'm just worried that if I actually manipulate real penalty code, that I'm going to start getting checksums and I'm going to start getting issues in low fuel motorsport, which I really don't want. So I kind of just leave it as is and they don't allow you to change the sound on that, which, hey. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Meow, 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 meow. Let's see here. So we got a lap or two of safety cars. We're going to let all the cars catch up. So it's going to be quite a minute of safety car, to be honest. Special. Oh, this one. I would say that every time I picture our safety car driver, this is how I picture it. As if they're in here and they're just listening to some like Japanese jazz. You know what I mean? Like he's just listening to some Japanese jazz fusion right here. And he's just like having his drive. There's a bunch of F1 cars behind him. Don't mind them. He's like, oh, they're just there. He's like the Stig at this point right now. Get Esteban here. It's nice. It's nice to watch. And hey, what a nice wheel that is. I like that wheel. I like the replica wheel too. The MP412C replica wheel is pretty much on point. If you look at this one, you look at that one, you're like, yeah, wow. Feels pretty good. All right. There you go. There you go. All right. That was fun. All right, getting back into it. Our safety car is still on his way around the track. It was perfect timing for those cars to go for pits. I'm kind of surprised that the few cars that didn't go into the pits decided to do that. I kind of felt like there was going to be a long safety car considering the fact that we had so many lapped cars, right? So all the lapped cars have to get on by. They're allowed to drive at full speed now because we're under safety car conditions and we're not under full course yellow. So they won't be penalized for speeding. So everyone can catch up. But this is not going to be in this lap. It might be a next lap. But all this is to say is that we got 14 laps to go, okay? And we're basically getting a sprint race here. Spider Monkey's in P1, Joe Milan and Alex and Cheese and Dras, Dakota, 13 Bot Onion, Nakashima, and Mr. Pigeons. So guys, Mr. Pigeons finally getting through into a restart, the one he needed from the beginning, okay? The one he truly needed from the start to be able to catch back up, and now he's caught back up. So usually how it works for a safety car is the safety car is out for as long as it needs to be. And when I say that, it's as if, like, if you look at the track map, all the cars are getting in a line right now. So we have, up to here, we have 17 cars, but we're still missing 1, 2, 3 cars. And it will be in this lap, though. So I think 3, maybe 4 laps is definitely the max. And they never want to have, like, the whole race being under safety car, but it's just enough to get some of the back markers through and to clear the track up ahead. That's really the main goal, is to get a safe restart for the race. Usually full course yellow, just 1 lap as a virtual safety car. And then if it needs to be more than 1 lap, then they get the safety car out as a pace car. It makes it more realistic as well, more involved. And we get a full race restart from that, which is absolutely insane. So I'm going to get ready for this as our safety car is going off in this lap. It will be up to the Spider Monkey, okay, to set us off at the beginning of this race. And, man, Spider Monkey leading after a safety car restart. It's going to be maybe the last one. So we had 1. I said there was going to be like 4 safety cars. There was 1. There's been 1. What the heck? Let's see it. Let's see it. Almost through. A lot of the cars have caught up. It's just, I think, 1 more car that really needs to catch up to the pack. But as far as I know, I'm looking at the track map there. Looks like we're good to go back into the green and start this race off all over again, pretty much. As we'll see here, our safety car driver will go on his way, and Spider Monkey will hold the pack. Hold the pack down. Hopefully no issues right here. Look how tight it goes. Look how tight we are. And Mr. Pigeons in 9th right now is going to be the one to look at. A bit of contact right here between Dras. Wait, did Dras go into the pits? Dude, he went into the pits. He bit the bullet and went into the pits, allowing everyone to warm up their tires. We haven't gone on just yet. It hasn't been the start just yet, but we will see it in just a moment. Spider Monkey still heating up his tires as he's getting on through. Will he go here? Not yet. Not yet. His speed is very consistent. He's probably going to go to the start line like this. That they restart the race like this is the safest thing for him. He is the car ahead. If they have a time to actually start off, that would be Slipstream City. So he's opting. Safety car is in. Safety car is in. And now as we get through at the beginning of the lap here, will we be starting it off? Spider Monkey's making sure his tires are really hot, and he's off of the races, and we are on a restart right here for a beautiful race in the NABS for our round 5 at Baku. Who will it be? Who will it be surviving this T1 madness right here? Seems like all the cars in the back have survived it. Let's get on Joe Milan's POV right here as he's trying to catch up to Spider Monkey as well. Oh my goodness, it's Alex spinning out, so it's a couple places for everyone else in this moment. Mr. Pigeon's getting by, so now he's up into P8. And what a move as Mr. Pigeon's sending it on the outside of Mr. Cedric Nakashima. Can't maybe send the full move just yet, as it is very, very close in this setup right here. Up to P7 with Mr. Pigeons from P9 on the restart. So we're hoping for greatness right here, as we're also getting involved and seeing how Joe Milan... Oh, we see LaLouche right here. I was like, that's not Joe Milan. I was like, we're close. As he's catching up with Dras. He's got Nigo, Manry, Thespades, and Dras 3 wide right here. Uh-oh. There we go. They settle themselves out. And Joe Milan... fresh tires for him, fresh tires for the Spider Monkey, fresh tires for nearly the entire grid, except for a few who did not decide to pit. And it's sad because that was the pit window, man. That was the pit window. And out here we go. Joe Milan now still not in the slipstream. 0.6 is not going to be enough to get a slipstream on the straight. Will Spider Monkey be able to run away with it? It seems like he is getting away. And it is another lap from these two. Under safe conditions, and 13-bot looking to make a move here on Onion. It is going to be a potential move and then a second move if 13-bot gets ahead and then Onion is able to get the slipstream back, as we see some moves happening from Cedric Nakashima as well. A few hectic moments right here for the cars as they're going side by side as well. Mr. Pigeons and Nakashima going side by side through T1. It's 2 cars in a line on each row. And 13-bot is holding off, letting Onion go. And Mr. Pigeons, no! He hit the wall somehow. That looked like lag to me. Oh no, get back out there as he's holding on just barely. He's got P13 and he's drifting out super crazy. Oh my god, he's Tokyo drifting it here. And somehow someone ended up in the wall right there. We might have another safety car from that moment, but I don't think so. As we've have Armin getting up into P8 right here. A little bit of contact between Alex and Armin at the moment. Cedric Nakashima holding up front. Man, Mr. Pigeon's back to P13. What a devastating moment for him. As he was catching up, he was definitely on the pace for that race restart. The race restart was definitely a good happening for him. He's got further than he would have been, but now back to P13 where kind of it all started in a way. But it's down but not out. Still 10 laps to go. It's enough time. It is enough time to catch back up. And, get your head down, recovery race, and figure it out. As we see here, guys, Joe Milan getting into a slipstream on the last corner might be... He's 5/10 off. 5/10 is quite a lot, actually. It might not be enough for the slipstream just yet. At least not a big one. But Monkey Man leading the race for... quite a few laps of this race. We'll have to see, guys. The Kidram cars and 13-bot are in a bit of a battle at the moment. We'll have to see what's going on here. 13-bot on the inside. We have Cheese on the outside right now. Onto the braking zone. 13-bot has no problem with that. Trying for the switchback. Cheese can't really find the grip right there to look for it, but he is kind of peeking his head out. Tried to get Bot to make a defensive move. If you get the car ahead to go a little bit more onto the inside, their next run on this straight will be definitely hindered. So that's the biggest thing to do there. As we see Joe Milan getting super close to the Spider Monkey. My goodness, they were getting in within 1/10 of time. And that's just it. Like, once you get into the slipstream, it's almost like having like a DRS situation where it's like, it's not 1 second, but the minute you get into a 0.5 second delta, it becomes very, very hard to defend the driver behind. Just because of that slipstream, the difference of speed, how long the straight is here, and it really just impacts the cars because at a high level, they're getting downforce, but they also have drag, right? So the more front and rear wing that someone wants, the more drag they're going to get on the straight, which is a compromise a lot of drivers are making out here when it comes to the strategy at this track. And Spider Monkey able to get himself up a gap and not have a slipstream potential here for this lap is absolutely huge for him. And let's see if Nakashima can actually do the same thing in the end to Onion and try and find a pass here. Nakashima moving. He's finding movement. And we also have Mr. Pigeons, guys, who's found his way back into the points. He's got by Nigo. And he needs a little bit more. He's 4 seconds behind, though. It's going to be a bit of a recovery race, but 1 point is a point. Right? 1 point is a point. As a 13 bot makes it through, cheese. And Joe Milan has fallen off, it seems. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting back out here now in P7, and Spider Monkey is running away still. He's seeing if he can get away, but 10 laps left with some of the fastest drivers behind him. Is it going to be a race to the finish? Is he going to be able to hold on to it, at least hold on to the podium? Or is it going to be some of these drivers just showing up and trying to push him around? He's going to hold his ground, that's for sure. That is for 100% sure. As we get a battle here, I see Onions having a little bit of a battle. How come I can't get to him? He tried to get by Cedric Nakashima. I didn't find it. They were very close. They were side by side at that moment. Just enough for it. We get back onto our leader right here. Dakota's 1.7 seconds away. Bot is 8.8 seconds away. Now, the best scenario case that I can see for a front runner here would be that they start battling a little bit too much. You know what I mean? And this back marker has to let the Spider Monkey go, as he does let him go. So Spider Monkey gets a little bit of a tow right there, allowing him a little bit more safety for this lap, as the cars behind are slowed down by the traffic. And it is a contact in between them from the back lines of the traffic. And Dakota not hurt too bad, but they lost a second, man. 13 bot now. They will be battling. It will be there. Thoughts of driver of the day? Bot's been a machine today, though you're biased to Mr. Pigeons. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Mr. Pigeons got our drive of the day last time. He had a fantastic drive. Honestly, I kind of think about it at the end because there's so much that could still happen here. Monkey's got a fantastic drive. Bot's got a fantastic drive. Cedric Nakashima's been flying. Armin has been doing good. Onion, too. You know, Mr. Pigeon's recovering from this race, but he's been down bad since the beginning, man. Like, he just didn't get lucky on T1 at all today, that's for sure. The first T1 spun completely backwards. The second T1, not so much different. On the race car restart, the safety car, not the race car. What am I talking about? I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. We'll have to see who the drive of the day goes to in the end. I'm also biased, trust me. I've been wanting to give Spider Monkey a drive of the day forever. I don't know if he'll be able to hold it, but let's see. We got 3 seconds up there, and now they're battling. Dakota and 13 bot are going in for it in the battles. Joe Milan's looking to catch back up here to Cedric Nakashima, so there's still some battling going on even here in the top 12 in this situation. Manry Thespedes as well looking to get up to Alex here to HRT and get an extra point or two. But it does seem like Mr. Pigeon's gone from P12 now up to P9, getting a bit more points for Arrow. Some lag moments here. Okay. So I'm seeing that the connection might not be the cleanest for Mr. Pigeons over here, but hey, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other story. They upgraded the servers recently. Honestly, I've been on them. The first race was rough. We had a lot of cars. It was kind of an issue. But this one, nah, man, it's so clean. It's so nice. It is really, really nice. And they're going to have to do something with this. Like, they need an F1 car. They need some aero cars in AC Evo right now. They need... why didn't they put the F4, F3? Why wasn't the Tatus involved, man? Why wasn't the Radical in there? Radical would have been crazy cool. But that seems like you need a little bit more effort to get a car like that into the game. But where are those race cars? Anyways, we'll find them. They'll be out on AC Evo later on this year, guys. Fall 2025. We'll get the full course meal, okay? The appetizers, the entrees, the desserts. We'll get everything, all right? It'll be all the cars, 120 cars, and or like 100 cars and 20 tracks or something like that. Like, absolutely way more than we got now with customization, with all that. It's going to be very fun. I'm looking forward to it here as 13 bot is on his game right now, and Spider Monkey is going to be looking to run away. He's got a few more laps. He's got a 2-second gap to go, and there's 7 more laps. He must be sweating out here. It is a sweaty time. Sometimes with these races, it's just 34 laps of pure concentration, pure discipline, you know, just not making a mistake. Like, imagine playing like a Dance Dance Revolution game, right? Like, this is the tie I make with sim racing is like a rhythm game, right? Where on every single corner you have to hit that rhythm, and if you miss it, it not only slows you down for the next one, but also someone's probably going to pass you, and you got to keep that rhythm up. And so it becomes that thing where, can you combo corners? Can you keep momentum up? Can you make sure that throughout the whole lap that you're not dropping the ball? Because if you have one corner where you're slower than someone, after 30 laps, they will catch up to you, kind of thing, you know? As we got here, Nakashima looking to make a move potentially on Joe Milan, as he's got the fastest lap at a 141.8. These guys have been flying out here. We were seeing 143s in quali. Am I wrong? And with the slipstreams now and the fact that there's actually quite a lot of battling going on, we've got some better times here. Very interestingly enough, some quick racers. As even near the end here, we got Cedric Nakashima, Joe Milan, Armin in a line. Actually, wait, Armin's not involved in this one. It's actually Nakashima at the end. We have got Cheese, Joe Milan, and that's Mr. Cedric, Mr. Phil McCrack. Easy money for these guys, though, as it is holding these cars on the line with the dirty air. So that's going to be the biggest thing, is like in defending these cars, when you're about 1 second out, you get that dirty air, and that influences the car in very bizarre ways sometimes, where when you're trying to get onto the straight or you're trying to brake, you have less braking force because you have less downforce, right? So a lot of people tend to get out into the clear air and prefer going side by side during the braking to actually get that mechanical grip of the downforce, as well as some corners right here, like where you get this exit, the dirty air will cause that exit to be a little bit more challenging sometimes. So you have to make sure that you're just on that limit and not on any more, you know? Now let's see here, guys. 6 laps to go, and now we're about to have it. Will Spider Monkey be able to fly away? Got bought within 1 second of time right here. And as he gets closer and closer, it's going to be starting to get that slipstream, starting to feel that moment where it's where it definitely is getting there. Spider Monkey getting a bit of that oversteer, but he corrects it in the most elegant of ways. And we're getting on out for a bit more laps. You see, he's holding down the delta through the first 2 corners. He held the delta, but on this one, Bot seems to have gotten a much better exit than him. And it's going to be those little microseconds at this point. You know, microseconds, hundreds of seconds, thousands of seconds, but maybe more hundreds and tenths, where we're looking to get time, you know? Maybe the nanosecond level. Once we start getting into racing at the nanosecond level, then we got something to worry about. Then everyone's a little bit too much on the pace. This is what I'm thinking right here. As this battle, guys, is just about to start. We're about to see it. The P1 battle, guys. Spider Monkey has been leading this race since the safety car restart, as Joe Milan had a bit of an incident and lost the car right behind. But will Spider Monkey be able to run away? It's 13bot now trying to get into the slipstream, and 13bot's one of those drivers that will know. Oh my goodness, he goes into the wall. And I think that's it. He smells blood. 13bot's smelling that blood. If Spider Monkey's going to do something interesting here, it would honestly be... Oh, there it is. Interestingly enough, Bot had to lift because Spider Monkey lost that oversteer and he didn't get the line for it. Bot's one of those drivers, though, man, that will see a way to get by. And holy moly, what just happened behind here as Cheese got into an incident? Was that with Stockholm Syndrome? What was that? How did that happen? They maybe just weren't expecting that, as I see an angry Cheese getting out into the track, and he's just like, what the heck? I can sense his angry aura from here. He's like, what the heck just happened? We're actually going to go... I mean, I don't have time to see what happens because we got to catch the last 4 laps of this race right here. But hey, he gets by no problem. P6 for him, 5 seconds behind now. Maybe he'll be able to catch up. But really, the battle that we're watching right here is between the Force India and the Renault car. Right near the end of this race, we've got 4 laps to go, guys. And it's getting closer and closer. But as they keep this, right, so like as this gap is held, 13bot will be under pressure from Dakota again if he can't make the pass, and if 13bot is just being held up by the defense of Spider Monkey, which I don't think is a thing. I think 13bot was just being safe before, and he knows that he still has time. I think that's a big thing. If the driver in front of you hits a wall and makes a mistake and takes you out with him, then that's both your races. But if it's just one, then that's fine. So it's Usually, generally easier to err on the side of caution in those tense situations, unless you really know that it's a now or never situation. But when you got a couple laps left to go and you can maintain the pace, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to stay alive, stay on the track right here, as Spider Monkey gets another lap on through, out of the slipstream, able to fight his way out here. And Joe Milan is fighting Cedric Nakashima. They've been going back and forth on this one. And who will it be? Cedric's got the inside. Joe Milan's got the outside line. As they get into the braking zone right here, Joe's looking to use all that space up as possible. Cedric just gets down in the line, and Joe Milan is having to settle on back behind. Doesn't send it on the inside. Maybe here on the straight, as he's been looking to make some moves. Will he be able to find it now at this moment? He's very close, but it doesn't seem like he's nearly close enough to actually make the move. But he does. He puts his wheel out into it, and he gets on the inside, and he strikes on through as Joe Milan now getting ahead. But it is not for nothing, as Cedric Nakashima's looking to put on the pressure. He was trying to get a switchback going right there. Just not enough space there. Not enough space at that point, and that's what a street circuit will bring you in the end. And let's go check out here now. Monkey and 13bot. They're very, very, very close. They've actually maintained pace. Dakota has caught up by 0.4 of a second. But I really think near the end of this race that there could be anything happening here. It could be Dakota P1. It could be Bot P1. It could be Monkey P1. We wouldn't even know. And there's still 3 laps left. But I would definitely say Bot's looking good on this lap right here, as he has a big slipstream. I don't think there's any way that Spider Monkey's getting out of this slipstream angle right here. As he loses the car just a little bit, hits the wall. He was on the limit, man. He was on the freaking limit. And maybe, honestly, maybe that was the strategy. Look, guys, he's got the slipstream. It's like the double slipstream. Dakota has a slipstream, and then Monkey has that slipstream. So will it be enough? Will it be enough? And that's the situation where he's still got some cars behind him. You know, any other mistake is going to be very detrimental, as Spider Monkey making it 3 wide through T2. And he finds the braking under there, tries to get out on the power, but now on this longer straight, he did not get a good exit. It will not be fast enough. It's just quick enough. And guys, like I said, we didn't know who was going to be in P1 at the end of that lap. It was Dakota. It ended up being Dakota. Oh, man, Spider Monkey's hungry for it. You can definitely tell right here as they're banging wheels just a little bit in the last 3 laps of this race. We've got 32, 33, and 34 on the line right here, and there's 3 more to go. Will Spider Monkey be able to hold it on? You definitely see that he's gotten a little bit nervous from that, and it is all 5 cars, I think. I mean, when you're hitting the wall off the exit, it's not that you're nervous. It's that you're trying so hard to push, and you know that you need to have the car at the absolute limit or you're going to get passed, right? It's not even about that. And let's see right here. Will it be enough? We've got a line of 5 cars. Monkey, Dakota, 13bot, Joe Milan, and Cedric Nakashima. Mr. Phil McCrack, as we have his alias, okay? And it is a intense situation here. 5 cars deep on the last couple laps. And Spider Monkey's getting that little bit of oversteer again on the exit, but he's away. And that oversteer is what he's doing to send it into the last corner to avoid having the car behind benefit from a large amount of slipstream, okay? He's done very good in terms of getting that, but will it be Bot with a double slipstream to be able to catch up right here? He gets a slipstream from Dakota. Now he's getting the slipstream from Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey's defending on the inside line. Bot goes for the outside line. Dakota's also right behind them. Nothing could go wrong here, and it's a little bit of contact, but they're fine with it. And behind, Joe Milan is off. Holy moly, Cedric Nakashima is holding himself down into P4, but Joe Milan lost the car there. Maybe there was some contact, or maybe he was just avoiding contact and had to overcorrect or something like that. We won't know. But what we do know here is that Spider Monkey is still pushing in the end right here, trying to do as much as he can. And 13bot got the amazing switchback, knows that Spider Monkey is going to be slow on the inside, so 13bot sets himself up for an intense switchback here as Spider Monkey is on the edge of the car. He's oversteering all over the place. He's really on the limit trying to hold the car down with all these drivers around him. It's a tense situation as we get into this is the second last lap. We're almost down onto the last lap of this race, and we've got 4 cars in a row right here and a back marker situation. Wait a minute. It's not a backmark situation, is it? I think I saw it wrong for a second. I'm hoping I did see it wrong. And yes, okay. Finally, it looks okay. It looks like we're good. I thought we did have one for a moment, but it looks like we're all right. As we get the rest, Spider Monkey flying through. Now he has got a slipstream from Bot. It's quite a good slipstream, actually. He's within just 1/10, so this is the best kind of slipstream that you can actually ask for right here. He's about to send it with that extra speed, goes onto the inside, tries to get a bit more of the slip, and then goes back out to the inside. Let's see what it's going to be. Dakota and Cedric Nakashima are battling, trying to defend who will be able to get onto that inside line, and Dakota's turning off into Cedric Nakashima, and that seems like some contact between the two drivers as they were getting over to do as much. He wanted as much space as possible, but took a little bit too much and ended up hitting the other car right there, allowing Spider Monkey into a moment where, yeah, they all kind of were all over the place, but now it's a little bit of safety for the Monkey as it is looking like Dakota is only 2/10 away. Bot is steadily out in front right here, and he's the leader of this lap on the final lap as we're getting around here. 13 Bot, Dakota, then Spider Monkey, Cedric Nakashima. We got Cheese, Joe Milan, Armin. Guys, Mr. Pigeons has actually got back up to P8 in that situation, and he was very close to be able to catch Armin as well, to be honest. So we had 13 Bot, Dakota, Monkey, then Cedric Nakashima, Cheese, Joe Milan, Armin, then Mr. Pigeons in P8, Onion, and there's a car stopped on the track. Laluch is stopped out there. Oh my goodness, at the castle. Not only there, but at one of the most intense parts of the race was he spun out, and all of the drivers had to maneuver their way around them. As it is 1 and 2 and 3 as Bot hits the wall on the last, the second to last corner right here, pretty much. This is kind of the last corner on these cars. Everything else is just flat out. Personally, that's what I think. But that run will not be pretty for Bot as he now has to defend from Dakota. Dakota is now finding his way through. Oh my goodness, Dakota's found his way by on this with the slipstream, and it is a photo finish going down into the start. 13 Bot gets ahead just by an inch, and it's 13 Bot winning the race. Unbelievable moves from the Renault driver right here. Wins the race. And, man, incredible pace from the Renault this race. Incredible pace from the Spider Monkey in the Force India. And from Dakota might get a penalty or something like that. Armin getting completely flipped over. My goodness. And Mr. Pigeons with the recovery race in P8 is celebrating this, all right? Every time you finish a race like this, you've got to celebrate a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? Because, yeah. Miro, as they all just go in straight dive bomb predator missile, okay? And 13 Bot out here looking to do a little bit more swinging out here as he got the podium, all right? How does he do it? How does he do it? Absolutely GG's from these racers right here. As Mr. Pigeons in PA, we have got 13 Bot. And a few more cars are getting through and into the mix as we got carnage here. And some cars getting flipped upside down. Yep. As we have right over here, Mr. Pigeons, Dakota, and the Caterhams both looking absolutely pretty, guys. Great race. You'll take it, but disappointed. Monkey, dude, you were up there for a long time, my guy. You were up there for a long time. Holy flip-oly. Holy flip-oly. There's a lot of flipping right there. Oh, man, what a race. Absolutely incredible. Let's get into the interview box and start our interviews out right here in the best way possible, right? So we're going to have to start off with our third place interview. We'll get him into the booth. And let's go. Let's go on that. Wow, what a race right there. What a race. All right, let's get, we got Spider Monkey in here, right? Spider Monkey got the P3. What a legend. Also want to give Spider Monkey the driver of the day as well, man. I swear. Oops, I'm muted. Yo, Spider Monkey P3, congratulations. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Oh, that was so tense at the end.
Yeah, Tense is right, man. You had 13 bot and Dakota chasing you, and that last corner you were sending it, but the oversteer was hurting you, man. That was
Yeah,
crazy. And you
yeah,
had a great race. How was it leading your first NABS race in this season?
yeah. It was great. I did not expect to lead a race in NABS this season, but I'll take it. But
Yeah.
the problem was I was running 18 front wheel. Rest of them were running at 16 or 15. So I was struggling on the straight lines.
Ooh,
And
okay, okay. So it was a difference of
I,
front arrow. Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah. The cheese was flying on the straights. Both Caterham were flying. And
Interesting.
the thing was, I got puncture on lap 33. So I was managing so much on that lap.
Yeah.
My right fire dead. I was managing through the entire race. That's why Boat was not pushing me. He was holding it back because his tires was also flat.
I see. I see. 50K fine for swearing, but hey,
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, man, what a great race. You were definitely, I mean, I felt like Bot was kind of playing it safe because he didn't want to have an incident where both your tires are going to fall out and then you have to like battle under braking. So he was holding it easy, but at the end, Dakota, you, and Bot were absolutely flying. Dude, congratulations
Yeah,
for the P3. I will just say this. Even
thanks.
Ball was saying it in the chat, but we're going to get the Galaxy logo out here. And you got one interview. I'm not going to bring you back in for it. You got the Galaxy driver of the day, my guy, because
Oh,
seeing you
thanks so
getting
much.
P4 in the
That's
last
my
one,
achievement.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely incredible, dude. I hope that, you get a good rest after this. What are you going to be looking
Yeah,
for towards the rest of the season here at the NABS? What is going to be for you?
I think my aim is between P5 and P7. I think that would be great. I mean, podiums would be also great, but P5 to P7 is my realistic expectation. So anywhere between that, I will take it.
I'm gonna get your head just right here. I want to get it like so perfect that you look like you're Max Verstappen at the moment. Absolutely
Uh,
gorgeous on stream, Spider Monkey. It's
oh,
great to have you in the interview
I
box.
mean,
Finally, this season you've made it.
it's ironic that Checo also does well in Baku, and he's my idol.
It's true. The Baku is something about this track, man. Anyways,
Yeah,
congratulations for the P3 and the driver of the day today. And I'll send you back into the paddock. GG, Spider Monkey.
thanks a lot. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right, I'm gonna send it back in here. I don't even remember what VC he was in. I'm gonna just throw him into one of them. All right then, and then we had P2, so we get Dakota back in here. My goodness, I actually think I'm gonna talk to him about it, but we'll see. We'll see what he has to think about it. But let's get Dakota in here. And technically, yes, at the end of this race, Dakota was in P2. So congratulations for that.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if anything happens. That last move on Philip McCrack was a little bit spicy, I'll have to say. But hey, how was the race for you?
Drink some
P2, a very
water. Some
crazy
water.
momentum race. What was it like?
Chaotic, very chaotic once again. I feel like the P2 is rather undeserved again. I had real shit driving, but it was pretty good in the end somehow. I don't know, like last week. That's the
uh,
inside.
the champion doing the shit drive and still gets a P2. Hey, let's see it. Can you keep up the championship points this season? You're doing a pretty good job. We'll see if anything does happen
Yeah,
from the post race kind of reviews and whatnot. But a good race for you. You had some good battles on the straight. I hear the
really good.
wing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear the wing was a big strategy, and the Caterhams had very good straight line speed. Can you tell me a bit
I did
about your
not.
strategy? Oh, really?
I actually did not. I had 14 wing. Uh,
Oh,
Cheese told me 10 wing, but I went 14 because I didn't know. I didn't do practice, so I don't know. I just went with 14 because I thought it was fine, and it worked sort of.
just to
Maybe
give
if I went
some, yeah.
10, if I went 10, maybe I would have held P1 at the end there, but I don't know. It's all
And just
hypothetical, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. But just give some of the viewers like a reference. Most tracks I think are going on 16 wing, or is that like normal
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go?
Almost every track is going to be 16. It's the optimal, but this track, there's something about the tires. They're not gripping up, and you really need like a lower wing, especially on the straight. Like I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
something about this track. The 90-degree turns, you don't really need a lot of downforce for that as well. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a goofy track like that.
Yeah, goofy indeed. And the wings were an interesting strategy, but hey, you found yourself in P2. We'll see if you stay there. And good racing from you, Dakota. Another one in the books. Round 5 is done. So congratulations on that
Yeah,
one. GG's.
yeah.
I'll send you
Thank you,
back to
bro.
the paddock.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Bye. Oh, God. All right. Let's get 13 bot in here for the last one. He knows that we got to get on here and get our first place. Good evening, sir. As we have another race win from the cat tapping away on the laptop moment.
Yes, sir,
13
yes, sir.
bot. How was that race for you? Did you have a fun time?
I had absolutely that was probably one of the funnest races of the season. I mean, it seems to be getting like better and better and better. I mean, oh man, it was great. I really enjoyed that.
I saw a lot of battles on the straights. Let me say some overtakes and then a slipstream and then back to another overtake. This is the place to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I did play a little bit of games at the end there with Dakota to get that win, but hey man, I play a lot of games. You should have known that was coming, but
oh man, I saw it coming a mile away on that one once he got back in the slipstream, and then it was like a photo finish for real.
Yeah, exactly.
And you even had some.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. What about his line?
If he backed off just a tiny bit on that straight, I wouldn't have got the slipstream. So.
Yeah.
It was a close one. It was a close one.
Yeah, that's true. He could have played the same kind of games, but hey, in the end, Bot coming out here with another P1 win. How is it going to be for the rest of the season for you? What are you looking at? Maybe getting more fun as we get some good drivers. They get more used to the cars. It's getting very competitive. And you went for a quali this race as well, and you were kind of looking like working with Drass. Is there a kind of some team play going on that is starting to happen a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, we've always kind of played the team game, me and Drass. I haven't needed to. I mean, the past few races, I haven't actually needed to get past Drass. Usually, it's kind of me and Steve. Dakota and Steve, and Joe Milan and TJ, and me and Drass. We usually have 1 to 2 drivers, but I feel like Drass, even though he makes a couple of mistakes here and there, he's getting better and better on pace. So I'm not needing for him to let me pass as much.
True.
It's pretty good to have. It's really good to have.
Yeah, and Drass got some good battles with Cheese this race. So, hey, a good race for Renault. Some more points for you. A P1 for the bot. Congratulations on that one. I'll send you back to the paddock with that. And GG's.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, now, guys, that is the end of our stream right there. Whoops. That was the Japanese jazz music from the beginning. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about the safety car Japanese jazz music that we got. All right, here it is at the end, guys. 13 bot got the win in this race, and then we had Dakota, then Spider Monkey, Phil McCrack, Joe Milan. Mr. Pigeons was in there getting involved. Yo, Shindy SRO, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the Galaxy. If you're just joining us, we're doing F1 Friday on the NABS right now, and we're just closing it out and finishing it up. Another beautiful round. A round 5 run was absolutely gorgeous at Baku. It was a different strategy. A lot of movement. Wing strategy had to be changed. Tire strategy. I even remember Spider Monkey going into the pits right as the safety car was called. He got so lucky that it was called before he got out there, and he was able to get the soft tires and run it for a P3. We're proud of the Monkey on that one. Yo, Monkey got driver of the day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he did, because he was leading this race today and pushing it to the limit, guys. And we'll see you next time on our next F1 Fridays on Round 6.